asexuality poo-poo thing, and I talked about my sexuality last time for the auditions. Now I don't really know what to talk about. I think hard here for a second. So I know I shared that I, don't really identify as like romantic or aromantic, and but that I am sex positive. So we wanted to stress that. I don't know. I guess maybe I could open up a bit more personally. Sorry, sometimes it's kind of hard. So for romantic and aromantic, I don't know. I guess we'll just dive right in. So I mean, this is, I guess, sort of like one type of probably asexuality is me. Like, I'm not gonna say like how I think about it is how everybody thinks about it, but I don't think it's gonna be quite so just one off. I think you'll find that the people think this too. If you're out there watching this and you don't identify, or you do identify and you're like, hey, I feel it too. So for dating wise or whatever, like I guess I didn't go there as fast as other people did. They're like, oh yeah, that guy's so good looking and I want this sort of, event hopefully to happen between us, I was like, oh cool, I like talking and hanging out and doing things that I guess was it like attractive, like, I want to go play sports with this person, that sounds like good, or I want to make dorky expressions on my face in front of this person, just I don't know, just didn't think about things like that. And then I don't know, and I guess it's kind of just continued over, I guess I sometimes I think it's almost rude if someone meets you and then they're already thinking about like romantic-y or dating stuff, because it's like that seems kind of a leap ahead or whatever. Like, why wouldn't you want to just be friends first or something? It's kind of a serious thing or very limiting view, whatever, because like you're already thinking about someone in relation to you, not just wanting to get to know them for themselves or whatever. And I find people very interesting or whatever, so I don't mean to sound like I'm like, someone who likes to observe whatever, like human condition or something, but in a way kind of sometimes like I'm curious about other people and kind of want to know them for them, before like assigning them in a value in relation to me or whatever. If that made sense. Okay, so dating is just not something I immediately go and do, and so that might put me under the whole aromantic category. And that's kind of like I've kind of like been curious about people, so we'll call that like dating, I guess, or something. Like, I've been curious about someone, to see if there's more of a fit in a certain other way poo thing or whatever. And so there's been a couple people, I guess, have sort of been curious or checked out, like after like having arrived on Avon or whatever. And I don't want to talk badly about anybody, and I don't want to like go into like I feel badly about any of it, but there was somebody that I wondered if there were a certain way, it's probably not anybody's gonna guess, but like I just wondered like, oh sorry, I just bumped in the camera. Wondered if like if they were really like, kind and caring and like interested in making like the world like a better place, just seeing things on a deeper level, or like if I guess my whole thing is like I guess I'm really like equal opportunities for variety of people, and I don't like it when there's things, I mean, the world's not going to be quite as fair as like ideally what I want, but if I can like help people or level certain things, whatever, I'm going to try, or if I could try not to buy into like some sort of way of dismissing somebody or being prejudiced or whatever, like I'm going to try, that or whatever. And so there was somebody that was really respectful and stood up for people on Avon, and then we ended up talking a bit more, and they would both admit we were kind of curious about each other or whatever, and so that would be one of the people, whatever, like I went over to visit this person in a long distance setup between us, whatever, and I think distance is really freaking hard. And so strangely enough or whatever, while I was there, someone joined Avon that was lives really close to me, and but I'm really shy or whatever, and so probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months later, like, I met this other person or whatever, and it was yes, after the other one had ended or whatever, like, we just couldn't communicate or whatever, and I don't really understand how people could have a relationship long distance or whatever, like, really get to know them. But I mean, I guess they could. I guess I don't understand how I could do it. So that's probably a good way to put it. So this person also, as well, is like just sort of like this, is what I hope the other person would be like. Just as in a good person. So, I mean, just respectful wise or whatever, even if the person didn't like me back or whatever, that would be fine, I mean, it hurts a bit. I mean, I really like this person, so, but then even then, it's like, what does liking mean? Does that just mean, like, attachment? So, I mean, I'd probably be fine, like, just being, like, really good friends or whatever, but, I don't know, like, it seems like people kind of go and they pair off or whatever, and then that's, like, kind of it. And but they're funny because they're like, if it didn't work out between us, they're like, I really don't see myself going for the long haul with somebody else or whatever. So I think we would be, like, able to be one of those, like, best friends kind of things, which is actually pretty good sounding, like, I wouldn't have to ever worry. But even if, like, he did date or whatever, like he said too, and I've already seen it, like, that, friends are a priority as well. Like, he wouldn't end a friendship for a dating thing, which is actually something I've seen a lot of from, like, regular type people or whatever. Like, there seems to be this thing that's, like, friendship really doesn't seem to be very high up. And maybe that's kind of also felt like that too. Like, I would watch friends go pair off, and then it's like, you're around, but then, like, you're a threat in some way. Like, what happens if their boyfriend likes you, or what happens if their partner likes you? I don't know. I guess I think, like, I would like someone who makes the world better, because I also like to make the world better. That's kind of like this guy that I'm seeing here, like, it calms me, I guess. Like, I was thinking, like, like to make improvements or see the good things, or, if there's someone who maybe hasn't felt understood or something, and then you're like, no, it's totally fine, like, the way you are, it's fine, and then you teach someone their loveliness, like someone just didn't notice it or whatever, and you're like, no, you're fine, or, you're entitled to be part of, like, pretty or whatever. That might sound silly. I work with kids and stuff, and whatever. But see, like, sometimes I stress, so, like, here's, like, this person who's really nice as well, like, and they want to make things better too, and then I also have to have people who sometimes are like, oh, Kate, whatever, you're stressing out, here's something to point out for you could chill out and be happy about too, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm over-worrying myself, and so here's, like, this guy, and it calms me, because I guess, I don't know if it's the same value system or just the same sort of outlook or whatever. It's like, it's nice. It's like when I found the asexuality.org or Avon site or whatever, you found out you weren't alone, and then finding this person like this, it's like you find out you're not alone or whatever, like someone else with a kind of a gentle heart or whatever, But yeah, we have talks and stuff too, because, like, it's like I don't sometimes understand what's so different about us compared to, like a relationship I might have with someone else. But I don't know. Like, sometimes it's just nice to hold hands with them, but then I hold hands with other people, and even, like, the kids on my job and stuff. So someone might say, like, well, you hold hands with the person that you're romantic with, but then I don't really identify holding hands as, like, a romantic action. Like, I don't know. Because I hold hands with kids. It's just, something that calms, or you share a moment or whatever. It's just affection.